It's winter in Northumberland, and for this bambina, it's certainly nippy outside.
I just think it's so cute. I mean, it's almost like a comic little car.
Arlene Rowell is taking a last longing look at her 1971 Fiat 500, which has been her dream car for almost 35 years.
I've had it since 1988. It was bought by my now husband as a surprise for me. I was busy in the kitchen and he just came and said, "Stop that now, come and see what I've got for you." He took me down to the garage and I had seen it about a week before around the town and loved it. It was just such a lovely little surprise.
But after a couple of years as a student nurse, Arlene couldn't afford the repairs, and after one hefty MOT bill in 1990, the car was mothballed, and it's been here ever since.
I only really got a couple of years out of it, which is a real pity. I held on to it thinking one day I will have time to have it restored. And guess what? It never happened. So here we are today, and I would have to say fond farewell to it because I absolutely still love it. The rear of it is cute, and the fact that the engine's in there as well, and the windows and the soft top, because of course that comes off. You have to be on very good terms with your passenger because there really isn't the room in there to be anything else. I wouldn't really expect more than £700 or £800 perhaps, and Derek's thought, no, you'll get more, maybe 1,500, 2,000. So, be happy with that. I'm hoping after the sale that the person who buys it likes it even half as much as I liked it. And I do hope that it gets a restoration rather than being broken up for spares. But if that's the fate of it, then, you know, that's fate, isn't it?
Paul's in the wilds of Northumberland.
Right, where do we go?
He's already picked up an Austin 1100. Next up, Arlene's barn find 1971 Fiat 500.
Now then!
Hello! There's the gorgeous little thing.
How long has it been stood there?
Since about 1990.
Right, yeah. Just long enough then?
Longer than enough, I would say.
It is really, isn't it? Yeah, it is really.
Before Arlene's Fiat can emerge into the sunlight, there's the small matter of a 2-ton piece of metal to move out of the way.
Oh, blue one.
I've never even seen this one.
We got a little MX-5 there with a load of flat tyres, which doesn't want to be there, and then the Fiat. So we've got to move the Mazda to get to the Fiat.
Time for Paul's patented Mazda mover.
Right, hold on, no, stop.
This type of thing, you have to just use your noggin a little bit, don't you? So, fortunate, aren't I? Had somebody there to hold a bit of wood, no bother at all. It might have been a different story if I had been on my own. Now, will the little Fiat push, or are we going to have to be winching this one? I'll get myself lined up here and then we'll just winch it out, steady away. I don't think it's such a bad little car, to be honest. You know, obviously handy, nice dry barn. It'd been handier still, wouldn't it, if it had been put away maybe dry. It doesn't look as though it's kept quite as well as perhaps they think. But it's a little Fiat 500 and they're great, aren't they? So, yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. Off the top of my head, I would think it'd do a couple of £1,000, won't it? We'll know a bit more when we get it out, if we can get it out.
It is moving. A bit.
And the snag is we keep moving towards that Subaru.
What a shame. Oh, that's sad. I'm even more gutted I haven't been able to restore it myself because I know what they look like when they're done and they're spanking. I should be jolly well ashamed of myself, letting it get like that.
And in the clear light of day, one little memento has survived.
It's been there as long as I can remember.
It's the pink ribbon that Arlene's future husband, Peter, put on the car in 1988.
I thought that was really sweet, and it was still there, and it was lovely, really nice.
Right then.
Reserve, how much would you say I put on there then, Paul?
Good question, that. She's going to want a fair bit, isn't she, poor old girl? It's suffered somewhat, hasn't it?
Yeah, I would put a reserve of 500.
Yeah, I think you probably should, to be fair.
think?
Match its number, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sadly, it didn't look so bad down there where you couldn't see underneath,
I
did it?
know, I've seen it now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah. Lovely to meet you, it really was.
Good show. Thank you very much.
Take care, bye-bye.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Right, let's get some ramps down.
It's another early start at the Pickering showroom, and as the locals say, it's a bit parky.
It is very cold this morning, yeah.
Freshly arrived from Northumberland, Arlene rolls barn find, 1971 Fiat 500.
It's been sat for some time by the looks of it, hasn't it?
Thankfully, the Matthewson's crack unloading team are on hand.
Yeah? Hang on, I'm pushing forward. Are you holding
I've got all of it, don't you worry, lad.
Is that wheel all right, or can he see?
I'm assuming it's a non-runner.
Looks that way, doesn't it? Yeah, I don't want to get my hopes up. Hey, it suits you, that.
Yeah, I could just see. Me, you won't back a bit hard, lad.
Where did you find him?
I don't know. I don't know. But I actually don't know. Hang on, you ready?
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Look at that. Perfect.
With the Fiat finally in place, car hand Sooty is head of inflation.
The tube was fine, it was just the tyre that gave way, I think.
My lord.
But it's a fair old explosion. Right, we'll try again.
How's your hearing?
Pardon?
I said...
I mean, what can I say? What a shame. Just been abandoned, isn't it? I haven't quite seen one with the interior arguably worse than the exterior as far as dirt goes. It is literally, isn't it? It's dirtier in there than it is on the outside.
What's almost 3 metres long weighs 500 kilos and doesn't like the British climate. It could only be the Nuova Fiat 500, a vehicle that was adored long before the city car became a thing. Despite having all the grunt of a Venetian gondola, the 500 became a national icon as a nimble and economical go-anywhere motor in car-mad Italy. Early models had suicide doors and there was even an estate. Despite its tendency to melt in the rain, rust isn't the first word associated with it. Ask anyone and they'll just say it's cute.
There is no real reason why it shouldn't go back on the road, but it's one of them that financially, never going to pay. Got to go to a private individual and with a heart like a football and crack on with it. And it's going to be, you know, I don't know, 6 or 9 months work in the garage of an evenings and that sort of thing, and get it looking nice again and back on the road. But someone will do it, and because it's got to be done. It really must be saved.
Lot number 132, 1970 Fiat 500, caused a lot of interest. Got to be the cheapest Fiat 500 in the world. Start me on it. Where? What we got? 2.5. On sale and selling 6, 7, 2.7 with David. 2007, 2.8. 2,800 is Sam.
Got
Sam bid 2.9. Back with David. 3,000. Back with Charlie.
3,000 quid. Our bid. There you are.
Bid. £3,000 and away. Lovely project. Every part available. £3,000 for the Fiat 500 on sale and going. 3,000 for the first. 3-1. 3-1 on selling. 3-1 for the first.
50.
3,150.
3,150. Our bid.
Are you encouraging him, Charlie?
Yeah.
I thought you might be. 3-2. Now look what you've done. 3,200.
3,250.
There you go. You see, look what you've done
Stephen,
now.
no
3,250. David's phone. 3,250.
Yeah, no, thank you.
3,250. Meg, you're out. Charlie, you're out. 3,003. All done then. 3,300.
3-4.
3,400, 3,004. David's phone. 3,400 on sale, selling 3,400, sold 3,400.
All right, mate. We'll take care of all the placement. We came right to the very end, and then he put a nice good bid in at the end, and he won his car.
The flaking Fiat lives again. It's heading home to a restorer. Not in Italy, but where it came from, in Northumberland.
We'll see what horror stories we can find.
Tucked away in a Northumberland garage, the remnants of a 50-year-old Fiat are getting the once-over.
There's our carpet, there's a bit of air conditioning. I mean, there's nothing left of the floor there. You can literally pull the car into two.
Mechanic Mike Richardson bought the 1971 Fiat 500 for £3,400, and he couldn't be happier.
Does nothing but make you smile. As soon as you see it, it puts a smile on your face, you know. Current state of the car, it's pretty much a barn find. I mean, there is nothing left of it. It looks like hens have been nesting in the things. So. Things like this we can't salvage at all. That's the exhaust. And get my whole fist within it there. Massive holes, so we'd have to replace that. We couldn't save that. Back tyre, literally had a blowout by the look of it. It's not even on the wheel anymore. A complete new floor pan straight away, but we will be stripping it back to a bare shell.
Mike's no stranger to getting his hands dirty and has big plans for his purchase.
Bought it for my daughter, who's only 7-year-old. She's seen the car already, and her thoughts was, it's ugly, so got a good 10 years to get it ready and done, ready for her learning to drive. Whether I want her to learn to drive in it, for thumps and bumps, but we'll see at the time. When she's older, hopefully she may appreciate it a lot more.
Until then, there's a list of jobs, as long as the A1.
Not a massive thing, just a little 2-cylinder engine. You could probably unbolt it and lift it out by hand. Not a great weight at all. I don't think these things were much above 14, 19 horsepower. You'd probably run a lot faster than the car. Yeah, you're not going to break any land speed records with it. Inside, totally original. Doesn't look like anybody's touched it, literally for years. I certainly wouldn't be jumping in there with a nice pair of Italian chinos on at the moment for the dust, but yeah, it's just nice to see that nobody's touched it. Nice, dirty, original condition. My wife's first thoughts when it arrived on the trailer back here was just take the thing back, or I'll just order a skip and we can just crush it straight away now.
It does crumble quite easily, to be fair, doesn't it?
It crumbles very easy, yeah. We'll not need a hammer to pull it to bits anyway. I wouldn't like to put a price on restoration. If it was labour, you'd be into thousands, maybe tens of thousands. Luckily, we can write the labour off with being motor trade ourselves, you know. Parts-wise, there's suppliers in the UK, so when it's restored, maybe the market, depends what the market will be like a few years down the line, anything from 15, maybe up to 20,000. It'd be a shame to see the car get crushed. We definitely want to look after it and bring it back onto the road. Just a lot of man hours. But it'll be worth it in the end, yeah, definitely.